Hello and welcome to RSNA 2023. My name is Brian Casey. I'm managing editor of the Imaging Wire. We are here in the booth of revenue cycle management firm Healthcare Administrative Partners, and we are here with Sandy Coffta and Rebecca Farrington. Ladies, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
So, Healthcare Administrative Partners is a revenue cycle management firm, and so you handle different coding things, a lot of financial things for your clients. One of the things that we talk about every year or so is our different regulatory changes. You guys keep a really good eye on that. Sandy, can you tell us a little bit about some of the things that you're watching right now?
As always, at this time of year, the biggest thing we're watching is the Medicare physician fee schedule. Currently, we are looking at a 3.37% cut to the conversion factor, which actually, with the removal of the geographic price index floor, would cause cuts as high as 5 to 6% for some groups. Fortunately, they have delayed that removal until January 20th, so we're hoping that will change before it goes back into effect.
Now, there's also been some discussion of legislation that would remove the cost neutral requirement in Medicare, which is basically if you pay doctors more for one service, you've got to cut somewhere else, and that's kind of been driving some of these cuts, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. Also, the fact that volumes are increasing with every year. When you're paying for more services with the same amount of money, you have less to spend.
Now, are you optimistic that this legislation will get passed, or is this kind of just something that Congress is sort of mulling but never gets anything done on?
There are two bills, actually. One I do not think has much of a chance, the one in the House that would actually put an increase into place annually. But we are hopeful for the Senate bill that would raise Medicare fees by 1.25%, bring the cuts down to around 2.2%, and we're hoping that passes before the end of the year to avoid payment delays in January.
Now, another big issue that everybody is familiar with is the challenge of workforce issues and personnel shortages, both with radiologists and radiologic technologists. Rebecca, what do you see out there, and what have you heard on the floor at RSNA about this issue?
Well, obviously, still a lot of challenges on recruiting as well as retention. I think that, as we kind of all know, we've kind of hit a bit of a perfect storm, as Sandy had mentioned, increasing in utilization, increasing in volume, coupled with burnout, that's happening with physicians, and then just really a larger number of open spots for not enough physicians that are coming out of school and coming out of fellowship. So we have a lot of groups that are kind of getting really creative, recruiting early, finding different ways to incentivize, the physicians that they're interested in bringing on, and then really being flexible, right? Offering flexible work schedules. Maybe there are physicians that don't want the partnership track, so you can still kind of have a private group, but have that not always be the end goal. Maybe flexibility is the end goal, or maybe some physicians that are burnt out, you can kind of piece together one FTE, through two physicians, kind of working a flexible schedule. So all of those, just a whole different way of thinking, as well as the fact that there is so much going on with remote reading. It's really opened your recruiting possibilities. You don't have to find somebody who lives in your town or lives by the hospital to read. It's about finding that balance. And so we are seeing, just kind of anecdotally with our groups, we are seeing it kind of free up a little bit, and there are some more candidates that are available. But I do think it's really about recruiting early, building relationships, building a recruitment funnel. So maybe you don't need someone today, but you've got a good connection and they're interested. And so kind of finding ways to stay in touch with them, and being flexible. And really, it's a big shift in culture. But I think it's necessary, and those groups that are making those steps towards that are having a little bit more success.
All right, some great advice. All right, Sandy Coffta, Rebecca Farrington of Healthcare Administrative Partners, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, have a great RSNA. Signing off from RSNA 2023, my name is Brian Casey of the Imaging Wire.